everyone. I was just reading this article and it's quite interesting. It says, deny Igbo presidency for attempting to break out is unfair. No section of Nigeria hasn't planned secession, Obasanjo says. There are quite a number of people who feel that, oh no, Igbo people should not be given, no Igbo person should be given presidency. If you give an Igbo person presidency, they are going to make Biafra happen, blah, 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 blah. The thing is that when you dislike something, right, there's no amount of excuse that you will not do to make it, to make whatever, to justify whatever hatred or whatever dislike you have for that thing. I think that's what is happening here. So there will always be an excuse that someone somewhere will bring out to say that's the reason why either they are not voting an Igbo person, or they don't want an Igbo person as president, or they don't want this, or they don't want that. But in looking at what Obasanjo has said, it's that truly there's no part of Nigeria that has not wanted to move out at one time or the other. But let me go to the article. This is parallel facts, and read out what Obasanjo has said before I put my thoughts out on it. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has stated that it is unjust to deny the Igbo people the opportunity to hold the presidency because of past secession attempts. Obasanjo made this statement during a meeting with the League of Northern Democrats led by former Kano State Governor Ibrahim Shekarau at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library in Abeokuta. He noted that Nigeria's three major ethnic groups, Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, and Igbo, have all at different times made attempts to secede from the country. He referenced the North's strong push to break away through the Araba movement and mentioned that his friend Ahmed Joda had admitted to being involved in the plot. I think all of us, Nigeria, have to rethink. It bleeds my heart when people say because the Igbo had carried out a secession, an Igbo man cannot be the president of Nigeria. Let me add to the presidency, an Igbo man or woman. Let them be putting woman. It's not just men when we are talking about presidency of this country or leadership. I say, what nonsense. There is no section of Nigeria that has not planned a secession. What is Araba? Araba, okay, Araba. Okay, when I said Araba, okay, the way I pronounce it, Araba means let's divide. Araba, let it be divided in the north. The North plan to break up Nigeria. Ahmed Joda, a very good of mine, said that. What is treasonable felony? So who amongst us can say I am better than the other? None. So let us put our heads together and build a country together. No matter what you think of Obasanjo, he has really acted out that role of a detribalized statesman. There are so many things that he did, of course, that you would not want, you would not like, whether during his administration as civilian or as military head, that, yeah, he goofed, he did a lot of things that, they're just not it. But like I always say, it pains me a lot when, I look at things and there hasn't been a better leader than Obasanjo. You understand that we've had that have really put Nigeria first, put policies out there that have, tried to work on that Nigeria. It should have been better, because we should have been at a place where we should be saying that Obasanjo's regime was the worst. But unfortunately, the way we've seen so many, bad leadership over the time from 1999 to date, 2007 when he left till date, it's been worse, and the one that has come had also been worse than the ones that were there before. So it's all sorts of craziness that is happening. But coming to look at this thing, people will always look for excuses not to do one thing. Some will say, oh no, Igbo people are this, Igbo people are that, Igbo people are that. How far with the suffering? If we want to enjoy it, let's kukuma and keep enjoying it. Someone asked me, they was saying the other day that we should pray for Nigeria. Well, in all honesty, me, I can't even pray for Nigeria. For what now? Are we actually deserving of God's mercy? Have we done the things that God said we should do? Are we using the brain that God gave us? When God gave us opportunity, for everyone that is alive at the time the election came, that's an opportunity that God has given you. When God gave us opportunity to choose the person that is going to lead and work for Nigeria, did we take it? Did we do it? How far did we put in effort to make it done? Then I'll sit down and I'll be praying for Nigeria. I'll sing. Faith without work is dead. Oh. Prayer, prayer, prayer. We've been praying for Nigeria since like kid or but every time we have opportunity to make a good decision, we throw it away, we do anyhow, we start doing this thing. So, like what Obasanjo is saying now, if we're going to use that yardstick to say any part of Nigeria that had wanted to separate or whatever, that then they should not become, leaders in Nigeria, then that means that right now no part of Nigeria can actually be can go into the presidency. So let's just continue what people should just stop all of these things. And I see some people who are like whatever Peter Obi and his supporters can never happen to Nigeria. And how does it concern my life? And let the suffering keep happening to Nigeria now. I'm not saying that Peter Obi is the only one that can solve the suffering in Nigeria or whatever, but of all the candidates that are there so far, this is the person that is telling you this is what can be done, what he will do, showing it, putting in the action, even on his own private private expenses and all of that. The rest of you that should be out there doing all of these things, where are they? They are nowhere to be found. And it's showing that this is what it is. But Nigerians will make all sorts of excuses for people who don't care about them. And at the end of the day, they will now come and be waiting for someone to be the one, to come and start praying for them or doing this because we think we have the patent to pray. So we just sit down and be praying and God will solve our problem. No, it doesn't work like that. This word that I don't know, I can't remember whether it's Hadith or Quran where they say God doesn't even value the word to as much as the word feather of a mosquito. So you think it's this word that God is invested in or worried about, or you people's whatever that we are doing in Nigeria? That's not the thing. It's either we on our own get our senses, know our senses, begin to say that, these are the things that we are going to do to ensure we get the right things that we want to get. But if people are not tired of the suffering, let them continue now. Let them continue to do what they're doing. There was someone who made an analogy that I found very interesting. And so this was what he said. He said for him, like when he's explaining he's a northerner, when he's explaining to his fellow northerners, one of the things, especially those who are not educated, who usually are the ones that are always, they use all sorts of this thing to tell them that Igbos are against them and this and that. That whole during the time of coup, the Igbo coup, they call it the Igbo coup. How many Igbos were there? All tribes were involved in that thing. But all of a sudden it became an Igbo coup. And so he says to them, an Igbo man or woman is the one that you find doing business all across Nigeria. So you'll be invested in ensuring that everything works because it's everywhere. He's the one that you see everywhere. If I go to a village, there's no Igbo man, then I won't stay. There must be something wrong in that village if an Igbo man is not there. Even in anywhere in the world, you go there. That's Igbo Kwenu. I don't see, I don't care, I don't care any this thing. I'm going to pack my things, begin the work, they go now. But so he was like, those are the people that it is in their interest more for Nigeria to work. If all the roads in Nigeria are good, they'll be able to carry their goods and services all around and stuff like that. So this thing that people, excuses that people make and be talking anyhow that an evil person can. Anyway, let the suffering there that the suffering don't know anybody, papa, don't know anybody, mama, don't know anybody, tribe, religion, wherever you be. They show everybody and everybody they hear and. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.